Okay, so the today lecture topic is the Poisson distribution. So Poisson distribution is also a part of discrete probability distribution. Poisson distribution play a very important role in decision analysis and disaster risk management and risk analysis, because in Poisson distribution we will count a specific number of incident, we will count some specific number of happening. For example, the earthquake happen in a specific year, the telephone call arrive in a specific call center, etc., etc. The number of accident happened on a specific motorway, the number of air crash happened in a specific year. So in all these processes we will use Poisson distribution. So Poisson distribution is a discrete probability distribution which named after the French mathematician Simon Lenis Poisson. So the Poisson is a discrete probability distribution. Discrete probability distribution means it takes a number as a whole, just like the value x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will count it as a whole. It is often used as a model for the number of events, such as the number of telephone call at a business or the number of accident at an intersection in a specific time period. Number of flood, number of specific air crash happen in a specific year, number of road accident on specific motorways, number of customer arriving in a specific shopping mall. So in the queuing theory, in the waiting line management, we will also use the concept of Poisson distribution. Even in the reliability theory, that when a specific system will stop working, we will use Poisson distribution. So Poisson distribution play a very pivotal role in all these examples which I already discussed. We will use basically the Poisson distribution calculate probability of the number of successes that take place in a certain interval of time or space. So how many customers came in a specific time period in a specific shopping mall, how many car accident happen on a specific motorway, how many cars pass from a specific toll plaza on a motorway. So all these things are involved in a certain interval of time. So this distribution will calculate probability of the number of successes that take place in a certain interval of time or space. So Poisson distribution is also a limited approximation of binomial distribution. In binomial distribution, because in binomial distribution we studied four properties. The number of trial will be fixed, all trial will be independent, the event will be independent. Independent means it will be with replacement. You will replace the process, you will repeat it again and again. Okay, so the same properties hold by Poisson distribution, but you need to understand, you need to identify that Poisson distribution is a little bit different from the binomial distribution. So these are those identifications which you need to remember. Poisson distribution is a limited approximation of the binomial distribution. So this is x is the number of events, the random variable, n is the sample size, and p is the probability of success. The probability of success is very small. So in Poisson distribution, you need to remember the probability of success will be very small. In binomial, the probability of success is very high. So for example, if I give you an example, the probability of success, just like if you throw a coin, the probability of head is, let's suppose head is defined as a success, the probability of head will be 1 by 2, which is very big. 1 by 2 means 0.5. So in Poisson, the probability of success will be very small. It will be approaching near to 0. So if we consider 0 and 1 is the very upper bound and 0 is the lower bound. So mean the probability of success will be approaching to 0. The number of trial will be very large. So these two are the identification. You need to remember that the probability of success will be very small and the number of trial will be very large. Okay. So consider the following condition: p is very small and approaches to 0, as I already mentioned the example. There is another example. Let's suppose we have a die. Normally in a die we have 6 possible outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's suppose we have 100 side dice. Mean that a die, let's suppose, have 100 sides instead of a 6. Okay. So the probability, normally when we have a die, normal die, so it will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3, it will be 4, it will be 5 or it will be 6. And the probability of 1 will be 1 by 6, which is very big. Probability of 6 will be 1 by 6. But let's suppose we have 100 side dice instead of 6 dice. So what will be the probability of getting a 1? It will be 1 divided by 100, because instead of 6 sides we now have 100 sides. So 1 divided by 100 is very small probability. So the probability of success will be approaching near to 0. 1 divided by 100 will be approaching to 0 instead of 1 by 6. So that is why n is very large, but p is very small. So p is very small and approaches 0, while n is very large. So that is why you need to use Poisson distribution instead of binomial distribution. Let's suppose another example. We have 1000 side dice. So in this case, our p will be 1 divided by 1000 instead of 1 divided by 16, because in this case we have n is equal to 6, but in this case n is 1000. So according to the probability distribution definition, Poisson distribution, the probability of success is very small, but n, the number of trial is large. So n is very large, but probability of success is very small. N is very large and approaches to infinity. Okay, in some cases it will be approaching to infinity. For example, how many cars passing through a specific toll plaza? Maybe it will be in 1000, but how many accidents occur on the motorway? Maybe, let's suppose another example, daily, on the daily basis, how many airplane take off from a specific airports in the world? So maybe it will be 1000. It will be in the 1000, but not incident not happen daily. Incident happen maybe in months, maybe in year. So n is very large. In that case, probability of a specific incident, a specific accident will be very small, but n will be very large, throwing 100 or 1000 dice instead of 2 dice. So these are all definition, and I hope that you understand that Poisson distribution, the properties of Poisson distribution are very similar to the binomial distribution, but these things will make it differ from the binomial distribution. Just like we studied the binomial distribution, probability of x for the binomial distribution was nx px qn minus x, where p was the success and q was the failure, and n is the sample size and x is the random variable. The Poisson distribution, probability distribution function can be written as x lambda, where lambda is mean. So the mean of Poisson distribution and variance of Poisson distribution are equal. You need to remember, mean and variance of the Poisson distribution are equal. So probability of x is equal to e power, which is exponential. E is the natural logarithm, and the value of e is 2.71828. E power minus mean minus lambda, lambda power x, x factorial, where px is the probability of x occurrences in an interval. So x represent the occurrences, that how many times the specific event occur. For example, if we throw a coin, then it will be a head or it will be a tail. So lambda is the expected value or mean value of occurrences within an interval. E is the natural logarithm, and the value, you know, 2.71828 is the value of E. Poisson is also called probability distribution of rare events. So in some books, in some journals, in some research paper, they call Poisson distribution of rare event to Poisson distribution. So you not need to be confused. So before going to further clarify the definition of Poisson distribution, I am just going to solve some specific problem. For example, 200 passengers have made reservation for an airplane flight. How many? 200. So n in this case is 200. If the probability that a passenger who has a reservation will not show up is 0.01. So mean this is the probability that a passenger who is not exists, who is not available, who is not show up is 0.01. So this probability is very minute, but n is very high. What is the probability that exactly 3 will not show up? Now they are asking this question, but before going to that, you can also solve this by using binomial, because there are only two possible outcomes. The passenger will be available or the passenger will not be available. The passenger will show up or the passenger will not show up. So we have two possible outcomes, and the trial are independent. Independent mean nothing happened of one event on another probability. not one probability event affecting on the probability of another event. So the trial are independent. All the possibilities, all the properties of binomial are fulfilled. But once again, as I already mentioned to you, in Poisson distribution, the probability of success will be very small and the sample size n will be very high. So probability of success is 0.01. So this is the probability of show up. Success means that they will show up. The reservation will not show up. This is the probability of success, that a specific passenger will not show up. So what will be the probability that a passenger will show up? 1 minus probability of the passenger will not show up. So it will be 0.99. Okay, this is another identification. If you still confuse that if P is, as I already mentioned, if P of success is very small and N is very large, so you need to use Poisson distribution. Another identification, you need to divide N divided by P. So this value will be very high. If this value is small, then you can use binomial distribution. So if this value is very high, N is very large, while P is small, so we will use Poisson distribution. The lambda formula, how you will calculate lambda? In the previous slides, I already discussed that lambda is mean and how you will calculate lambda. So lambda is equal to, you will write it, lambda is equal to N into P, where N is the sample size, N is the events number in the sample space, and P is the probability of success. So while using this formulation, because we have the probability of that the passenger will not show up 0.01, our N is 200. So lambda is equal to NP is equal to 200 into 0.01, which is 2. Now the question is, what is the probability that exactly 3 will not show up? So generally you need to write probability of x is equal to e power minus lambda, lambda power x divided by x factorial. So now you need to put the values, because we want to calculate x is equal to 2, exactly 3 will not show up. So exactly 3 will not show up, x is equal to 3. So how we will calculate? For example, if we want to calculate exactly 2 will not show up, so exactly 2 will not show up, e power minus 2, 2 power, sorry, this is the same, e power, we just put the values. So e power x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3. So now you need to put is equal to 3. This will be 3 factorial. So, and the lambda value is 2. Lambda value is 2. So now we just put e power minus 2, 2 power 3 and 3 factorial. This is factorial. So x number of success, exactly 3 will not show up. So when you simplify it, e power minus 2 in the calculator, when you press e power minus 2 multiply with 2 power 3, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8 divided by 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 3 factorial will be equal to 3 into 2 into 1. So it will be 6. So this will be 6, 1.08 divided by 6. So this will be your answer. So I hope that you understand that how you will identify, how you will make difference between Poisson distribution and binomial distribution. Okay, I am just approaching to another example. The probability that a man aged 50 years will die within a year is 0.01125. So this is the probability that the person that he will die is this. What is the probability that of 12 such men, at least 11 will reach their 51st birthday? So this question is a little bit tricky, but if you understand the basic concept of Poisson distribution, so now they give us the probability that a person will die. So this is the probability. What will be the probability that a person will not die? So you can easily calculate that also. N is 12. What is the probability of 12 such men? Now our sample size is 12. P is very small. NP is very large, because N is 12. 12 divided by 0.112, which will be very large. N is very large compared to the probability of success, so we will use Poisson distribution. Once again, how you will calculate lambda? Lambda is the mean of Poisson distribution, so N into P. N is 12 into P is this, so 0.135. Now, what will be the probability that of 12 such men, at least 11 will reach their 51st birthday? It means 11 will be survived, 1 will be died. Okay. Now the probability, if you want to calculate the probability that of 12 such men, at least means 11 will reach their 51st day. At least 11 means 11 or 12. will reach their 51st birthday. So if 11 reach to their 51st birthday, it means 11 survive, 1 die. Or at least mean 12 will be survived. So when 12 are survived among the 12, so it means there will be no one die. So now there are two possible outcomes. One possible outcome that 11 will reach their 51st birthday. So this will be the situation. One will be die in this case. If 12 one survive, then in that case nobody will die and total is n. So how you will write? It is very simple. We will write probability of at least one will be survived. So probability of 0, 11 will be survived, probability of 0 plus probability of 1. Okay, so how we will calculate? Probability of x is equal to e power minus lambda, lambda power x, x factorial. So x is equal to 0, e power minus lambda. We have already calculated lambda value, which is 0.135. So minus is in the formula, minus 0.135 into 0.135 power 0, x is equal to 0 divided by 0 factorial. Similarly for 1, probability of 1 is equal to e power minus 0.135 into 0.135, 1 factorial power 1. So this will be the answer. So at least 11 will survive, probability of 0 plus probability of 1. Okay, so 0.87. So this is the probability that a person will die. Okay, then in that case at least 11 will be survived. So 11 will be survived means 11 will be survived or 12 will be survived. So 11 will be survived or 12 will be survived. So because they give us the probability that a person will die, the probability of success is in the die. So you not need to be confused. So that is why we are calculating the probability of die. When we calculate the probability that no one die, the probability that one will die, so we will get that probability that 11 will survive. So when you add this and this, you will get 0.99165. Okay, if you still have some difficulty, then you can write me. We can discuss in the interactive session. Okay, I am just going to another example. Suppose that x has a Poisson distribution. If px is equal to 1 is equal to 0.3 and px is equal to 2, 0.2, calculate px is equal to 0 and px is equal to 3. So now in this question they already give you they already mentioned Poisson distribution and they already give you some specific probabilities. Now they are asking you what will be the probability of x is equal to 0 and probability of x is equal to 3. So probability of 1 which they already give you. So how we will write it? E power minus lambda, lambda power x, x factorial. And now we know x is 1. So you need to put 1 value, x value, e power minus lambda, lambda 1 factorial is equal to 0.3 because this is given to us. Similarly, for x is equal to 3, they also give us probability. So we know the general formulation e power minus lambda, lambda power 2 because x is 2 now. X is 2 and in this place x is 1. So lambda power 2, 2 factorial, x is 2 now is equal to 0.2. So we will give this equation 1, this is equation 2. Now divide equation 2 by equation 1. So this divided by this and this divided by this. So we just write it, I just sketch this line, this unit divided by this. So it will be cancelled with this, lambda will be finished with the square. So 0.2 divided by 0.3, so lambda will be left. The remaining part is lambda divided by 2, 2 factorial is equal to 2 and 0.2 divided by 0.3 is 0.6. So lambda, so first of all from these two equations, we will calculate the lambda value. So 0.6 into 2, this 2 will become on this side 1.33. Now we can easily calculate probability of x is equal to 0. So probability of x is equal to 0, we know the lambda value, we have already calculated e power minus lambda, e power minus 1.33 into 1.33 power 0 because x is equal to 0 and 0 factorial. So 0 factorial is equal to 1, 0.264. Similarly, in order to calculate probability of x is equal to 3, now x is equal to 3, e power minus 133, lambda value we have already calculated into 1.33 power x is equal to 3 and 3 factorial. So when you simplify it, you can easily calculate this. If you want to calculate probability of x is equal to 4, let's suppose probability of x is equal to 4. So you can easily calculate e minus 1.33 power 4 divided by 4 factorial. So you can easily calculate this because only just exchange. If you have the lambda value, In Poisson distribution, you can easily calculate that trial probabilities very easily. Another question is 10% of the tools produced in a certain manufacturing process turn out to be defective. How many? Probability of defective part are 10%, 0.01, which is very small. Find the probability that in a sample of 10 tools chosen at random, exactly 2 will be defective by using the binomial and using the Poisson distribution. So as I already mentioned, Poisson is a limiting approximation of binomial distribution. The properties of binomial and the properties of Poisson are very similar. The only difference is the probability of success in Poisson is very small, while the number of sample is very large. So when you divide n with p, the value will be very large. So this is an identification which you can use in order to identify that what should we need to do. We need to use Poisson or we need to use binomial. So from this, in first part they are asking use binomial. So probability that defective is 10%. So what will be the probability effective? 1 minus 10%, you will get 0.9%. And 10% of the tool, find the probability of sample of 10. N is equal to 10 because sample of 10 tools. So lambda is equal to n into p. Lambda is equal to n into p. N into p. So n 10 into 10%, you will get 1. Now we want to use binomial. You people know binomial is nx, p power x, q power n minus x. So our n is 10. They are asking you find the probability that a sample of 10 tools chosen at random exactly 2 will be defective. Now you need to calculate x is equal to 2 will be defective. So 10 C2 0.01 power 2 0.9 power 8. So when you simplify it, this will be the answer. Okay, now in the second portion they are asking use Poisson distribution. So lambda is equal to n into p. We have already calculated lambda value and we know the probability distribution of Poisson is e power minus lambda, lambda power x divided by x factorial. So now they are asking exactly 2 will be defective. So x is equal to 2 e power minus 1 y minus 1 because we have already calculated lambda value. Minus 1 power 2 divided by 2 is equal to 0.813. So 0.813 the values of Poisson and the values of binomial, you can see this one very close. The answer will be very close. Okay, so you not need to be confused. Just the difference between Poisson and binomial is the probability of success in Poisson will be very small, the sample size will be very large, while it will be opposite in the binomial distribution. So another portion, another part of Poisson distribution is called Poisson process. In Poisson process, basically we will use the same probability distribution, but they will use some specific rates. That is why it's called Poisson processes, rates, Poisson rates. Note that Poisson parameter lambda can be given as the mean number of events that occur in a defined time period. So as I already mentioned that how many customers enter into a specific shopping mall from 10 to 12 o'clock. How many accidents happened on a specific motorway from Monday to Tuesday? How many air crash happened from January to December, etc., etc. So note that Poisson can be given as the mean number of events. So these are the events, as I already mentioned, that occur in a defined time period, or eventually lambda can be given as a rate. So they will give us a rate that 10 accidents per minute, per day, per week, such as lambda 2 per month, 2 event per 1 month, 2 accident occur, happen in 1 month, 1 week, that must be multiplied by time. So in this case we will multiply lambda with time period, the time in which those accident, incident occurred. This is called a Poisson process. And the same distribution, but we will only just multiply the time period in that time period when a specific event occur per time period. For example, 2 period occur per. For example, how many light bulbs stop working in a month period? Let's suppose 3 per month. In this department, 3 light bulbs stop working, or they become fuse. How many? 3 per month. This is the average, let's suppose. So Px is equal to x. Lambda, before it was e power minus lambda, lambda power x, but now we will multiply lambda with t because T represent the processes, Poisson processes, where T is the number of unit of time, X number of occurrences in T units of time, and lambda average number of occurrences per unit of time. So the mean and variance, before, as I mentioned in the Poisson probability distribution, mean and variance will be same. Similarly, in Poisson process, mean and variance will be same. It will be still lambda, but in Poisson process, we will multiply the time because these things happen in a specific time period. So we will multiply the time, lambda t into lambda t. Okay, before going to that, I am just going to solve a very simple question. Example. Telephone calls are being placed through a certain exchange at random time on the average of 4 per minute. So 4 calls per minute. This is my lambda. This is my parameter lambda. Assuming a Poisson process. So normally in every question they will mention assume a Poisson process. Determine the probability that in a 15-second interval. Now they give you some specific time period, time interval. There are 3 or more calls. Now we will calculate this, but before you need to understand, you need to read the question again and again. Telephone calls are being placed through a certain exchange at random time on the average of 4 per minute. So they receive 4 calls per minute. And assuming a Poisson process, determine probability at 15-second interval. There are 3 or more calls. So now T is 15 seconds. So in a minute, because they already give you the lambda value 4 per minute, they are receiving 4 calls per minute. So that is why now we will transform this time period for which they are asking, determine the probability that a 15-second interval. So 15 divided by 60 because 60 seconds in a minute. So 0.25 power on by 4. Now in the next stage, we need to multiply this time with the lambda value. So 4 into 1 over 4, it will be equal to 1. Now they are asking, determine the probability that in a 15-second interval, there are 3 or more calls. So how we will write mathematically? 3 or more than 3. Probability of X is greater than or equal to 3. So you understand that we can easily calculate because this will be infinity. We not know that for how long it will be going. So the easiest way is if we deduct 1 minus probability of 0 plus probability of 1 plus probability of 2, because this is greater than or equal to 3. So we will not include 3, 4, 5. We will only include below the 3. And when we deduct those from 1, when we subtract those from 1 below from this 3, it will give us probability 3 or more than 3. So for this purpose, we will calculate probability of 0. So e power minus lambda t. Minus lambda t value is 1. Lambda t value is 1. Lambda t value is 1. 1 power 0. 0 factorial 0.36. X is equal to 1. For this, we want to calculate this probability. E power minus 1. 1 power 1 and 1 factorial 0.36. For x is equal to 2 for this one. E power minus 1 because e power minus lambda t is the formula. Lambda t is 1 power 2 factorial. So when we put all these values and when we subtract, it will give us that determine the probability that in 15-second interval there are 3 or more calls. So this is the probability that you will get 3 or more than 3 calls, and this is the probability then in a 15-second interval you will get 3 or more, which is very minute probability. Okay, approaching to another example. A computer system in a company has a breakdown once in 25 days. So this is my lambda, that there is a breakdown once mean 1 in 25 days. Breakdown in 25 days. Assuming breakdown or a Poisson process, what is the probability of exactly 1 breakdown in the next 10 days? So now before it was 1 breakdown in 25 days, which is our lambda. Now exactly 1 breakdown in the next 10 days. So 10 divided by 25, because our lambda in the previous example, there were 4 calls per minute. So 4 calls per minute. Now 1 breakdown in 25 days. Now they are asking exactly 1 breakdown in the next 10 days. So 10 divided by 25, because our lambda is 1 breakdown in 25 days. So now the next one is that there is 1 breakdown in the next 10 days. Next, the coming days. 25 already passed. The coming 10 days, there is only exactly 1 breakdown. So T is 10 by 25. So lambda T will be, because this is 1 into 10 by 25, which is 0.4. Now they are asking exactly 1 breakdown, so X is equal to 1. E power minus lambda t. So we will write this is lambda t. This is not only lambda. This is lambda t. Lambda t, and this is also lambda t. So lambda t is value is 0.4. 0.4. So e power minus 0.4. 0.4 power 1, because exactly one breakdown in the coming next 10 days, 1 factorial. So this will be the answer. In the second part, more than one breakdown in the next 10 days. Now they are asking more than one breakdown in the next 10 days. Before they are asking was exactly one. So we just calculate more than one breakdown. So how we will calculate? We can easily calculate. We can mathematically write more than one breakdown in the coming days. So we can write it x is greater than 1. 2, 3, 4, we not know how many breakdown. So more than one breakdown. So we can easily calculate 1 minus probability of 0 plus probability of 1. So when we subtract probability of 0 plus probability of 1 from 1, we will get that there are happening more than one breakdown in the next coming days. So x is equal to 0, e power is minus 0.4, because formula is e power minus lambda t power x factorial, and 0.4, which is the value of lambda t, 0. So we calculate this, and 1 we also calculate this. So now in order to calculate more than one breakdown, we will just put 1 minus probability of 0, the value is 0.670, minus 1, 0.26. So this will be the answer of that more than one breakdown will be occur in the next 10 days. So if you understand the concept of Poisson probability distribution, Poisson process is very simple, because in every question they will mention you that assuming a Poisson process, and in Poisson process they will give you some rates. In Poisson process the most important thing is the rate, and rate will be dependent on the lambda parameter. So when you multiply lambda with the time interval, you will get that mean and variance of the Poisson process. Okay, in the discrete probability distribution, there is another probability distribution which is called multinomial distribution. So as I mentioned that binomial when we have two possible outcomes. Multinomial means we have more than two possible outcomes, because if something happen, let's suppose, so if an accident happen on a road, maybe the passenger are safe. One option is this one. Maybe the passenger are wounded. This is another. Maybe the passenger are dead. So now we have three possible outcomes. What we will do? We will not be able to use hypergeometric. We will not be able to use negative binomial distribution. We will not be able to use binomial distribution. We will not be able to use Poisson distribution. So the multinomial is a generalization of the binomial. We will use the same concept of binomial, but it's a little bit different. It is used when there are more than two possible outcomes of each trial. For example, manufactured item may be classified as good, average, or inferior. Now we have three categories. A road accident may result in injury, minor injuries, severe injuries, or fatal injuries. Now we have four possible outcomes. For example, if I throw a die, now we have six possible outcomes. Maybe it will be 1, maybe it will be 2, maybe it will be 3, 4, 5, 6. So in such like question, you will not be able to use binomial distribution, hypergeometric distribution, negative binomial distribution. You will use multinomial distribution. And this is the probability distribution function for the multinomial distribution. For example, x1 is equal to x1 in this example. For example, manufactured item may be classified as good, average, or inferior. x1 is good, x2 is inferior, and x3 is average, let's suppose. N factorial, how many? What is the sample size? N factorial. Similarly, we will calculate their respective probabilities for good, for average, and for inferior, and we will put this in this formulation, and we will calculate the respective probabilities. So I hope that you will understand it while solving some specific example. So I am just going to solve some specific example. After that, you will understand the concept of multinomial distribution. For example, in this question, a box contains 5 red, 4 white, and 3 blue marbles. A sample of 6 marble is drawn with replacement. Now this is with replacement. They mean put it back. So in binomial, if you remember, the trial will be with replacement. It will be independent. With replacement means, for example, in a box, if there are 2 balls, what will be the probability of getting one ball? 1 by 2. If you replace that ball in the box, randomly choosing another ball, the probability still will be 1 by 2. But if you take one ball and you put it outside from the box, the next ball probability will be 1. So in this case, both balls depending one another probability. So that will be the case of without replacement. But in this example, a sample of 6 marble is drawn with replacement. With replacement means the trial will be independent. The probability of one event will not depending on another. So therefore it is called independent trial. Find the probability that out of 6 marble selected, 3 are red, 2 are white and 1 is blue. So how many ball in the box are in the container? We have 5 red, 4 white and 3 black. Total 12. A sample of 6. They are taking 6 and they already mentioned with replacement. With replacement they will put it back. Find the probability that out of 6 marble selected, 3 are red, 2 are white and 1 is blue. So what is the probability of red? 5 by 12 because we have 5 by 12. What is the probability of white? 4 by 12. What is the probability of blue? 3 by 12. So now they are asking what is the probability that out of 6, 3 are red, 2 are white and 1 is blue. So using the concept of multinomial distribution, because there is not only they asking for 3. So n factorial, 6 factorial because they are taking 6. They also mention 3 are red, 3 factorial. You need to put in this formulation 3 factorial. 2 are white, 2 factorial and 1 is blue, 1 factorial. Into their respective chances, their respective probabilities. Probability of red 5 by 12 power 3. How many they select? 3 red, so 3. How many white they select? 2. So 4 by 12 power probability of white power 2. And how many they select? Blue one. 1 is blue one. So probability of blue is 3 by 12 power 1. So when you simplify it, you will calculate this probability. There is another question. The painted light bulb produced by a company are 50% red, 30% blue and 20% green. So this is the production of they producing light bulb. 50% are red, 30% blue and 20% green. In a sample of 5 bulbs, they are taking a sample of 5 bulbs. Find the probability that 2 are red, 1 is green and 2 are blue. So this is not binomial. This is not hypergeometric because the possible events are not 2 but they are more than 2. So probability of red is, they already mentioned the probability 0.5%. Probability of blue is 30%. Probability of green 20%. So they are taking 5 balls. So 5 factorial divided by x. X1 is what? 2. They provide 2 red. So 2 factorial. 1 is green, 1 factorial and 2 are blue, 2 factorial. Similarly, their probabilities are given to you. Power 2 because they are taking 2 red ball, 1 green ball and 2 blue ball. So when you simplify it, you will calculate the probabilities. So now we have discussed different discrete probability distribution in these lectures. In the next lecture, I will start continuous probability distribution. So I will give you some assignments. Soon I will share you those assignments. If you still have some difficulty in understanding from these slides, from these recorded lectures, then soon in the coming week we will discuss if you have some specific problem in an interactive session. So please go through, try to solve the example which I already mentioned to you from the DeVore book. So when you solve those examples, they are already solved in those books. So you also need to try to solve some exercises question. So after that, inshallah, it will be clear to you. Thank you so much.